Adin Ross is single-handedly ruining YouTube and stealing thousands while doing it, and in the process of all this, has managed to turn some of the internet's biggest names against him. This all started with a video made by the content creator, the Internet Anarchist, who, while covering the drama going on between Sneeko and Moist Critical, had a clip of Adin interviewing Sneeko. This, unbeknownst to the Internet Anarchist, would be the catalyst for Adin to target him, because for whatever reason, merely months after the video was uploaded and had gone viral, racking up an impressive 1.5 million views, it was illegally copyright claimed by Adin on behalf of Thumb Media affiliate. This resulted in the Internet Anarchist losing an estimated $8,000 from this video getting copyright claimed and going straight into Adin Ross's pockets. And what's even more strange is that the Internet Anarchist wasn't the only person that this was happening to. It seems that other people who have even mentioned Adin in videos were getting their videos claimed by this Thumb Media affiliate. And for those of you who might be tuned into the YouTube drama sphere, that name might sound familiar. That is because this is the same company that was falsely claiming videos for iShowSpeed. So now we have a clear pattern here. And to add insult to injury, a clip from one of Adin's streams showed him bragging about taking down the video.
This is Hassan's head moderator, chat. Put a W in the chat. We stole $8,000 from him. W. He needed that. Yes. Yes!
But now you might be wondering, how is this allowed to happen? Well, unfortunately, YouTube's copyright system is extremely broken and easily exploited. Since their policy is meant to be as hands-off as physically possible, it allows for the type of exploitation that has now recently been popping up with people like Adin, Speed, and others. To combat this in a way, the majority of YouTubers adopt this unwritten rule where you just don't copyright claim people's stuff unless it's genuinely needed, like if someone is blatantly stealing your work and re-uploading it. But like I said, unfortunately most of the time this is not the case, and of recent this has been getting abused time and time again. But for those that might be confused, let me try to explain copyright here on YouTube in a simplified way that you all might understand. You see, essentially the reason Adin is wrong in this situation is because the way that the Internet Anarchist used his clip. It was transformative. It was altered to the point, or it was changed to the point to where now it's its own thing, and you can't claim something that's transformative. But if you were to have just ripped the clip straight from Adin's channel, unedited and in full, and just uploaded it, then that couldn't be protected under the umbrella of fair use. It's about changing or adding something to said piece of media to essentially make it its own thing from the original work. Hence why I said prior, most content creators on YouTube don't go around copyright claiming each other. It would damage the ecosystem and just make it virtually impossible for anyone to make a video on any other person. Because at some point you're gonna have to use another person's content for context for the things that you're talking about. And if you're getting claimed every single time you do that, it's gonna make it impossible to make videos. The problem with this though is that if unsatisfactory characters like Adin Ross were to come in and not care about these unwritten rules, there'd really be no way of stopping them, unless the person targeted were to get major attention onto it, which luckily happened in this case, as after receiving the claim, did the best thing one could do in this situation and went to Twitter to hopefully get a spotlight on this situation. And that's exactly what happened, as droves of support came from YouTubers all across the platform, which had people from completely different spheres of the internet coming and showing support. This even resulted in Hassan Piker of all people getting involved and saying that he might sue Adin for doing something very similar to him.
This company, they have been doing this. Thumb Media affiliate is the one that also came after me as well with Adin. It's the one that Adin is currently celebrating in this tweet. Never signed a release. Suck my. I'll see you in court.
But in the midst of all this happening, something odd happened. Out of nowhere, the copyright claims started disappearing, but not only for the Internet Anarchist, but for other people as well. As it seems whoever it is, whether it be Adin or someone on his legal team or his team in general, decided they needed to start wiping evidence of him abusing the copyright system. Maybe to prepare for some actual legal proceeding, or for any number of things. My thoughts are social pressure, but that has never bothered Adin before, so why would it now? It's just very strange, and we honestly might never get an answer to that, as while Adin always toes the line between getting banned and not, and while it seems like he truly doesn't care, I do think the worst case scenario in this situation would be that Adin was actually banned. Because for those who don't know, Adin is already banned on the streaming platform Twitch, which at the time was where the majority of his audience was. But for some unspecified reason, which probably boiled down to him closely being associated with the controversial internet figure Andrew Tate, he got banned and he moved to the platform Kick, where he mainly streams, and of course he still has his YouTube channel. So while it's okay that he's just banned from Twitch, as he can still operate within sites like YouTube and obviously Kick, if he were to get banned from YouTube as well, that leaves just Kick. And while he has a sizable audience on there, being their most viewed streamer, that's only a fraction of his whole audience. And let's just be honest here for a minute, a good majority of his YouTube audience won't jump through the hoops to go watch him on Kick. And if you think I'm just over-exaggerating, a very similar thing happened with Sneeko, where after his ban on YouTube he moved to the alternative media site Rumble, where he still actively posts now. And while yes, he's still getting seen by a decent amount of people, it's only a fraction of the audience he had in comparison to when he was on YouTube still. And barring that Kick gains more active users, I can see a very similar thing happening to Adin. But now that we have a situation that has blown up in virality and attention, what happens next? Because it seems that Adin has tried to scrub as much evidence of his wrongdoings as he possibly can, and has seemed to quiet down a lot about the situation since his initial viral clip. And like I said before, we'll probably never know, but for one, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stayed quiet and let this all blow over in a week or so. That is unless Hassan and others actually pursue legal action, then we might be looking at another layer of drama. That to the level we haven't seen since H3H3 got sent to court against Matt Haas. But to kind of wrap up here, for me the biggest thing that this highlights is that Adin Ross will never change no matter how many times he says it. No matter how many times he sniffs the chairs of his idols or shaves his head, he's still the same person he's always been, and that's a scumbag. No amount of so-called change will ever hide the undeadable facts that he's openly scammed his fans and laughed in their faces about it, and stuff like this and all the other things that he's gotten in trouble for. He is and always will be a scumbag who's never been opposed to breaking the rules, or even the laws for that matter, to get what he wants. He doesn't play by our rules because he doesn't see himself as one of us. We're all commoners while he's the king. And if you're not convinced by that, let me put something into perspective for you. Adin didn't need this money whatsoever. He supposedly earns an estimated $4 million a month through stake for gambling on their platform. Not a year, but a month. For someone who's making that kind of money, what is $8,000 to him? Nothing. He makes more in a single day than that. So if it isn't money, what is it then? His image? His reputation? I don't think it's any of that. He wasn't even being criticized in the clip, so what was the point of it? Maybe to cause some unnecessary pain to someone. I don't know. But all I just know is, in the time that I've been on this platform, this has happened a lot. And it's going to continue to happen until someone in YouTube actually comes in and stops this and fixes this broken system. But that's probably going to take a miracle. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.